Hello everyone and welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. Today we're going to do a solo playthrough of Santa Maria. So I got feedback that I have been doing too many of the similar games at a time, and it's made people have a harder time differentiating them. So I thought, okay, Apex deck builder, beating a boss, and Santa Maria, a dice drafting, tile laying, beat your own score game. Can't get any more different, right? The other thing I got as feedback, and I really think this is a good idea, is someone asked me to just let you guys know right up front what type of game this is and who it'd be for. So Santa Maria is for someone that loves puzzles. It is all about dice drafting and about tile laying and activating those tiles on your board. It's very much a puzzle. That's why I enjoy it. I am not good at it. If you want to see someone who's good at it, watch Slicker Dip's playthrough. That guy is amazing at these Euro games. I'm not, but I love them, so I still like to show them. Also, Rado has a playthrough, and they both do a two-player playthrough, so I'm going to do the solo playthrough. It's very similar, or a solo game. It's very similar to the two-player, except for that we can just keep doing our actions, and we're trying to beat either 100 points, or there are some, hey, try and get 4 sets of shipping tiles, and you can even add those two together. You try and make your score or the way to win to do both of those things. But since I haven't even gotten 100 points yet, I'm just going to try and get 100 points the best way that I can. So just like normal, this will be our setup video, and then below this in the playlist will be the videos of the actual playthrough. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm excited. Let's get going. To begin setting up the game, grab 3 blue dice per player. So we're playing a solo game, so only 3 blue dice. You're going to keep 1 that you're going to use as your starting worker, and then you'll gain the other 2 throughout the playthrough or throughout playing the game. You'll also want to grab your year marker. This game is set over 3 years, 1, 2, and 3. And whenever looking for scoring on the Conquistador track, you're going to look at the 2-player amounts here. So 4, 5, and 6. Then what we're going to do is we're going to set up our shipping tiles. So we're going to shuffle these up. You start off with the 4 standard. You see how they've got the S and they're a red flag? That's different than the normal ones that are white flagged. You'll shuffle those up separately, but you start out with the 4 basic ones, and you'll reveal them one at a time in each of the 4 shipping spots. Like so. Off camera, I'm going to shuffle the 30 standard shipping tiles, and then we'll be flipping these over as we complete these shipping orders. We're now going to roll 3 white dice per player and place them on the board. So you've got a 6, 3, and a 1. We'll place these right here, and throughout the game, one of the actions we can take is grabbing or drafting one of these dice and activating those lines on our board. You'll see how that works. You'll also want to set up 3 of the individual road tiles here at the last spot of the ending track here. So at the end of each year, you get to grab one of these bonuses. One of them is potentially grabbing one of these road tiles. Next, you want to shuffle up the 15 double and triple expansion tiles. Now, I've already done that, and you can see actually on the back of them, it's really nice. It shows what you need in order to purchase these, minus this double expansion tile. It's wrong. It should be 2 wood, not a wood and a grain. Just so you guys know, that's a misprint. They'll fix that in the second print run, but you might see that. Just know it is 2 wood. No matter how many players are playing, you'll always reveal the first 5 of these stacks, and then they will not replenish until the end of the year, because there's 15 of each, so that way you see all the tiles through every game. Here's our 5 double expansion tiles, and here's our 5 triple expansion tiles. Okay, so we have all of these that we can purchase throughout the first year. Next, you want to shuffle up the 10 scholar tiles and the 6 bishop tiles and reveal 3 at random, and each on the top of here. The scholar tiles will give you special abilities that you can do, while the bishop tiles will give you a different end game goals, and you can gain additional points per those end game goals. For example, if we place one of our monks here to become a scholar, first of all, we'd gain 2 happiness points, and yes, that's what our goal is, to get over 100 happiness points. This game is totally for me. It's about happiness. But if I place this here, I have the ability of when I complete a shipping contract, I can pay 1 coin to shift it down to a different row, or 2 coins to shift it down to 2 rows, or 3, whatever. So you get that ability. Or hey, I can activate blue dice on the top of my player board, not just on the side. And then over here, if I had chosen one of these spots, I would lose 2 happiness points, but then at the end of the game, I could gain up to 12 points by having 2 happiness points per shipping contract that I've completed in a specific row. Or, hey, this one, if I have a 5x5 square that's completely full, I'll get 10 points. Here we have our player board. Now, when we're playing solo, we play on the advanced mode, which means you start on the B side of the board. Okay? The first thing that you'll do is claim 2 pieces of wood. So you'll start the game with 2 wood right over here. You can never have more than 3 of any type of the goods. If you do, you have to immediately convert it into coins. 1 coin for regular goods and 2 coins for these specialty goods. You'll want to grab your 6 monks, because these, as we move up the religion track, we'll be able to use to get special abilities or other ways to gain victory points or happiness points. I almost forgot to show you, you need to place your 3 markers on the main board, and each player will have their own markers. This one is the religion track, and it lets you know how many blue dice you start with. But you see, as I go up past to here, I get 2 blue dice, and here I get 3 blue dice. Here's the conquistador track. Each round, we're going to compare where these trees are, there's these small little tree spots, to where we are on this track. If we're past that, we gain the points denoted below here, so 4, 5, or 6. And each round, or each year, this gets reset to 0, and then we have to get all the way to here for year 3 if we want those 6 happiness points. Our third one here will be just placed in the marketplace. When we decide to pass, we get to claim one of these retirement bonuses and then end the year. As we're considered first players, since we're playing solo, we do get 3 coins. So we'll put the coins up here, and those coins are very useful in this game. You'll see how that works. Then we have to roll our blue die. Okay, I got a 3. We'll place this here. That's not a very good row to be in, but that's okay. And the final thing we get to do, because we're playing the advanced rules, we get to choose a special ability that also equates with an additional tile that we can immediately place on our board. Oh man, there's some good options here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now we get to decide which set of 2 we want. This one is called Basic Economics. It allows us to pay 2 coins to be able to get 1 wood or 1 grain. Normally, you have to pay 3. This is pretty powerful, and we know that because the bonus points we get for this tile is just 1. And then here, we have a town hall. We could gain 2 coins. Over here, we have advanced economics. Now, this is really cool. We can purchase 1 gem or sugar for 3 coins. Normally, you cannot purchase those. You can only get them through activating things on your tiles. So that is really interesting. I've never seen that one. This one here is called mathematics. So when you retire or you pass to end the round, you get to take back to your storage all coins from one building in your colony that you have activated with coins. So each time we activate a building on our tile with coins, the first time we'll use 1 coin. The second time we'll have to use 2 coins. The third time, 3 coins, etc., etc. So if we did that a bunch and we had a building that maybe had 5 coins on it, at the end of the round we could take those 5 coins back, which is pretty cool. So that's a nice one. And this one here is called logistics. At any time, you may pay 1 coin to move 1 die from a building in your colony to another, a vacant building that is connected by an uninterrupted road. That is totally sweet, and it gives us more shipping capabilities. And one of the ways to get lots of points is to fulfill a lot of shipment contracts. Oh, this is tough. I thought when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. But this actually looks kind of cool too, and the additional shipping. But this gives us money, and we can get basic goods. Basic goods let us build more easily. What the hey. Money, the nice thing is that you can use it for tons of different things. So let's grab these 2. So this special ability that's specific to me, I'll just put by the side of the board. But we get to decide now where we want to place this on our player board here. The items to note is you can never cover up something that's pre-painted on there, or if I already had a tile on here, I couldn't use this one and cover up another tile. I moved the white dice over here so you guys can see which rows right now we could potentially activate. I'm feeling like one of the best places to put this right now is right here, because we could potentially activate it with this 3 here and the 3 over here. Now, normally, if you're playing a competitive game, you can't put the white dice on your board like I have it here, because there'll be more dice out there and you can draft any of them up to a maximum of 3 per player. So you actually get less options in a solo game. With a 2-player, 3-player, 4-player, there'll be lots more dice you can choose from. But in the same respect, I can plan a little bit more in a solo game because I know which rows we can activate. And something I want to make sure you know, you can always pay coins to change the value of a die that you decide to draft by 1. So this 3 could get changed to a 4 or to a 2. The only thing you can't do is change a 1 all the way to a 6 or vice versa. You'd have to pay 5 coins to do that. That is the setup for Santa Maria. You'll have all of your goods here, you have all your coins here, and these wonderful happy points here. So as we gain points that say, hey, gain 2 happy points, we'll be grabbing them from here and placing them in our storage space on our board. All right, hope you guys are excited for the playthrough. Let's get going.